Now, when you build guitars, do you have like models, or do you just build one model guitar, or is it pretty much the customer's preferences?
I have one size box that I build. For a while when I was building, I would build different size boxes. I had a smaller, more European style, a larger, more traditional Spanish style, and
There you
but I decided after a dream, really, just to work in one size box and to have all of my experiments and meanderings and buildings and done in one size box.
go.
So I will do different things. I mean, obviously, I build my 6-string guitars. I use different woods. I build, out of Brazilian rosewood. I build out of maple. I build guitars with cutaways. I build guitars strictly for jazz players, which are different than classical players. I build 7 strings, and now, thanks to you, I'm building my first 10-string. Yep, there it is. So,
Now, how different are jazz nylons from classical nylons?
generally, someone's not going to want quite the same action. Can I lower that back down here? I just want it to dry.
Okay.
They don't want the same action. So the neck angle might be a little bit different so that I still keep my bridge height in a way that I like it, the string height off the top the way that I like it. Sometimes people want a little bit narrower fingerboard. Often not, but sometimes they do. And they're more interested in a sonic, in a wide tonal palette than they are about volume, especially volume for loud's sake.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be able to go into the studio and emote. They're playing to a microphone, and I approach a guitar like that just a little bit differently than I would when I know that it's for a concert player or something like that.
So, do you do changes in your bracing pattern or thicknesses?
Generally, I don't make changes in my bracing pattern from my main positioning of braces and things. But I may carve differently on the braces. I may shape braces differently, but I do that anyhow. I work with every top individually in terms of how, I don't want to say voicing, because I don't really voice the top to a particular pitch, but I do try to voice it to its utmost musicality.
Mm-hmm.
And so every guitar I'm going to feel like I have the luxury to change the way I carve and shape and work with the braces. So I don't do it necessarily just because it's for a jazz player as much as I do it for that particular top.
Okay.
It's a long-winded way for me to say that.
Okay. So you've built some presentation guitars. So if you're to build one right now, what would the materials be? What would it, and how would you build it?
Well, I would build it the same way I build all my guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably make it a very nice spruce top guitar and Brazilian rosewood. If it's going to be a presentation guitar, a guitar that I want to take to a show or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's really no distinction between a presentation and your standard concert model, except for the woods.
The woods and there's an upgrade in tuning machines that I often consider.
Yeah. But what I mean is the work you put into each guitar is the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I work with Brazilian rosewood, I basically take a little bit of extra time just because it's a crankier wood. It's a wood sometimes more prone towards cracking, and Sometimes the wood that we work with Brazilian rosewood that doesn't start as structurally sound, might have little cracks that need to be filled or wormholes that need to be filled, as compared to Indian rosewood, which just all of the wood that I have is just beautiful and ready to build. So I give myself a little extra time to baby it along. But no different construction method.
Yeah, no magic dust.
Well, there's always magic dust.
Oh, okay.
Look at the floor.
Yeah. Well, magic dust on every guitar.
Every guitar has magic dust.
Yeah. Now, how long is your waiting list currently?
Well, if I ever finish this 10-string, I have orders that should take me through the bulk of this year.
Okay.
So I would say 6 to 8 months, maybe 9 months.
Oh.
A couple of them are presentation guitars, orders for very, very nice Brazilian rosewood guitars, and that I will give myself a little longer time for. And then a couple of standard concert model guitars, Indian rosewood, spruce. I got an order for cedar. So I got work to keep me going through the end of the year, or the better part of it. And plus, I would like to get just a spec guitar up into the shop too, that I can just have to show people.
Okay.
I haven't had that luxury in a long time.
And what is your base price?
For my Indian rosewood guitars, my standard concert model Indian rosewood, spruce or cedar, Sloan tuning machines, $5,500. Arched hard shell case, arched top hard shell case. And my Brazilian rosewood guitars are at least a $2,500 upcharge by virtue of the Brazilian rosewood.